Gio, obviously a tough result for you guys in Cincinnati. 2 losses in a row now. How does the group kind of process that and deal with that? And how has this week been in training?
First of all, it's a pleasure always to be with you guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, first of all, it's not an easy situation. You know, we don't want to be a team that concedes, goals that we have in the past 2 games. There's 2 results that, for sure, they don't make us happy because we know what we represent. You know, our club, the fans, and all that, and we understand we need to be better. We saw some good things in these 2 games that we did, but it's not enough. We need to be better. And unfortunately, in Cincinnati, it was a tale of 2 halves. The first half, we did a lot of good things. We played, I think, fairly well. Maybe we were not lucky in some moments. And then a second half that I think we didn't show up. So we need to be better. But ultimately, it's for my part to make sure that I get the best of the guys.
Your process then for analyzing when the result doesn't go your way, do you look at the system? Do you look at individuals? Do you look at moments in a match? Because moments here or there, it could be a different result, it could be a different story.
Yes, you look at everything. You look at everything. You look at practice. You look at thinking about, mentally where the guys are and all that. And everything influences into the match, the momentums in which all the teams are able to find a way to score, or when you have a chance and you're not able to capitalize. But I think it's usually when you look into it, you go deeper than that. You go where we as good as we can be through the entire match. Did we play for so many minutes well, but then there was things that we can do better. And I can say those moments are the things that we need to improve, and we're working on it. And I think I have no doubt that the group is working hard to make sure that we get back into track. And I have no doubt in the group that we're going to find the solutions to make sure that we are able to get the first win, which should have been in Colorado. But it's okay, so hopefully we're going to find a solution soon.
Just lastly, on this match, you made 5 changes coming into the game against Cincinnati. One of them was forced because of Diego Chara being suspended. But 2 changes to ask you in particular about, with Christian Paredes and Bill Tuiloma playing in the center of the midfield, a pairing we haven't seen. What did you make of that relationship?
First of all, they've been working very hard in practice to deserve the opportunity to start. And I thought both of them, play well. I think, for me, the most important thing is that they tried to execute the plan, and they brought good energy, and they were positive, and they tried to help. And that was good to see from Paredes. That was great to see from Tuiloma, in a position usually that, with me, he hasn't played much. And I think both of them show up for the game. Unfortunately, the result wasn't the one that we were looking for, but I think there were two players that show me that they want to be part of it.
Last year, you guys had a bye week early after 2 losses in a row, and you were able to use that to turn things around a little bit. Came out of that with good performances. How will you be able to do that similarly this year?
A little bit different, just because we have a lot of guys that are in international, commitments. Some other guys that needed to do, some other things for them to come back and don't count as foreigners. So it's a different week, but I think the good thing is that we have the time to work in some things. We have the time to be able to let the guys be with their families. That at this point is important. We've been traveling a lot. We've been away in preseason for a month, and for the guys to be able to enjoy their families, to practice, come, as Jeff was saying, just come and play and get back into feeling confident and enjoying what you do. I think it's been important. So I think it comes at the right time. And hopefully, we're going to be prepared the right way. I'm sure we will, to be able to hopefully get the points that we need in LA.
3 of those players going off is Jeremy Ebobisse, Marco Farfan, and Eric Williamson. For them going to the U23s, how important is it for them, for younger players, to have that experience on the international level, and to be with Jason Christ, newly appointed U23s coach, for them to have that time going away?
Yeah, no, we all know that when you get called by your national team, if it's the first national team or the youth, you develop more confidence. You feel that you are being valued. You believe that you're on the right track, And it's great for us to have had 3 players being able to be invited to go there to the U23s, and an assistant coach who was invited also to be at this time with a group as well. Miles also went with them. So I think it's good because they're going to come with more confidence. They're going to come, you know, hungry to want to give more, and I think it's been good because the 3 of them are 3 good players that can help also the national team.
Now, how much do you learn about teams in the first month of the year?
It's interesting because, you know, MLS has been a league in which, you know, not usually the way it starts is the way it finishes. Yeah. And we're seeing so many times with so many different teams. But you want to get points from the beginning, right away, you know, because those points will help you to get where you want to be at the end of the season. So I think having a good start is always a positive. It's always a good thing. But it tends to change, you know, in the second round of MLS. Usually teams are stronger, more difficult. At that time, they care about getting more 1 point than 3 sometimes because, you know, every point counts. But it's always competitive, and you always want to start the right way. So for us right now, not being able to get more points in these 3 games is not something that we're happy about.
It's a different league in terms of the turnover for players coming in and out every year is quite remarkable. How heavy a load is it for the scouting side of things at the start of the year where there's so many new players to make sure that the scouting side of it is wrapping their head around all these new players coming into the league?
Yeah, you never stop because you have some teams that are a little bit more, you know, I think they have a lot more changes from the beginning. You have others that wait a little bit more to, you know, July to try to bring whatever they need. And some others have an idea at the beginning and they try to modify after. Yeah. So, you know, everybody goes in a different way. Everybody is always working to try to improve their team. And we're not any different.
Do you see the variation from style from team to team? Is it the most you would say in your MLS experience that you've seen the styles contrast from one side to the next?
I think, yes. I think probably more than other leagues. You have so many different type of styles, you know. You have some consistent things that you see in all teams, which is the constant up and down, you know. Yeah. I think it's a very physical league. It's a difficult league because if you come here and you think that only talent is going to get you by, it's not going to be enough. Yeah. This is a league that you have to run. You have to be prepared and you have to make sure that you are able to compete. But there's so many different styles because also you have a lot of influence from different coaches. You have coaches from all over the place, even within the ones that have come out from the United States. You know, we're all different. So that leads to seeing so many different styles of play.
Finally, no game this weekend for you guys, no training Saturday and Sunday. So how do you spend the weekend?
Watching soccer. Yeah. It's the best time, so it gives me time to catch up, to watch us better, to see who, you know, all the teams that we're going to play against. This weekend is going to be good to watch T2 as well. They're going to play finally at home, so I'm going to have the chance to be able to go watch the match. So good weekend.